បាទដោយសារពេលវេលាយើងមានកំណត់ហើយដោយសារបងប្អូននៅក្នុង webinar នេះគាត់បានចូលយូរដែរអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសូមចាប់ផ្ដើមតែម្ដងអូខេសូមជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទខ្ញុំបាទមនីសារាផែនគឺជា Country Sales Manager ប្រចាំនៅ Softline នៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាយើងបាទហើយថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំមានសេចក្តីរីករាយដែលហើយនឹងអរគុណដល់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលបានចំណាយពេលវេលាចូលរួមនៅក្នុង webinar របស់យើងនៅថ្ងៃនេះអញ្ចឹងថ្ងៃនេះយើងនឹងមាន topic interesting topic មួយទាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងAutodesk របស់យើងមានបទអធិស្ឋានតើបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាគឺខ្ញុំអាចនិយាយជាភាសាខ្មែរឬក៏មានបរទេសគាត់បរទេសគាត់មិនស្ដាប់ខ្មែរ So sorry everyone, so I just made a quick introduction in Khmer language. So is it okay if I go in Khmer language, or there's some our foreign colleagues which I need to speak in English?
I'm okay, go ahead. Just give me the cue when it's time to start.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then let's kickstart our event. So today we are going to be delivering the webinar regarding to the how to build a fast and efficient with AEC Collection and BIM 360 dot. So today with we have three presenters. First one, myself is Mr. 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗶 𝗙𝘀𝗂, the country sales manager for Softline Cambodia, and we will have a joint presenter from Mr. 𝗘𝗂𝗖 𝗖𝗍𝗶. He will give a quick introduction regarding to the Autodesk license and product, and we will special guest special presenter who come from Autodesk who join us to deliver regarding to the technical Ms. 𝗕𝗂𝗖. She's technical sales manager from Autodesk. So yes, so first of all, thank you for everyone for your time participating in this webinar. So I would like to give a quick introduction about Softline. So Softline is an international company. We have started 25 years ago with started 1.5 million as the revenue, and up to now we are growing like 1.5 billion already. So it's like we have 95 branches over 50 countries. So let me make a pointer here. Okay. So we are like having 1,000+ engineers, and we have presented over 50 countries. So let's give a quick look at the Softline map. So here is the location which Softline presented. We have our HQ in Moscow in Russia, and we also have represent office in APAC. We have in Malaysia, Cambodia, in Vietnam, Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand. As well, we have our office in Philippines, in the Asia region, and also we have our office in Latin America, in India, and as well we have just launched our new office in London, which is in United Kingdom. Okay. Here are the quick about our cooperated vendor. So our business is we have a majority in the IT solution and the cybersecurity, and also the productivity, because we are the global Microsoft partner. So Microsoft will be one of the main business focus for us. And as well, we have our corporate vendor with Autodesk, which is we are delivering the webinar today. So Autodesk is a construction solution, which is not only focusing on just the product, but they also have some kind of a solution for construction, media, and also for the design in industry. Okay, so as well, we also have Adobe, Google, Oracle, and for the security part, we have partnered with 𝗘𝗂𝗂 𝗖𝗂𝗃, Symantec, Salesforce. Also, we have some status with VMware and Vim backup. So as well, we also have a partnership with a hardware vendor and some open source as well. Okay, so let me just give a quick look at what we have achieved so far as a partner with Microsoft. So we have received many awards across our branches of Softline over the world. So last year, we are receiving the recognition from Microsoft as the Modern Work Security and Modern Work Teamwork Partner of the Year for 2020. And for last 2 years and 3 years, so we received the status from Microsoft as the Partner of the Year 2 years in a row for Cambodia. Okay, and also from Autodesk, we recently received our award from Autodesk regarding to the renewal leagues. Okay, so here a quick look at our customer across 3 countries. This just the highlight of the key customer that we have. So in Cambodia, we have like top customer from the bank, from telco, and also from media, from manufacturing. So like Coca-Cola, we have signed contract across Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, and Myanmar. And also other key customer that showing here is the big customer. Okay. So I just want to also brief a little bit about the Softline service and solution. So we are focusing on the digital transformation and cybersecurity. Also, we have like a cloud solution, multi-cloud data and infrastructure as a service. Also, we are focusing on the business automation and business solution, document management and workflow. Also, we are giving to today, we also have the BIM 360 doc, which is part of the construction document management solution. Okay, so not to eat more time. So the last but not least, we also providing the service support, like a premier service support to all the customer. We have our ex-Microsoft engineer joining Softline and delivering the support to our customer because we want to help our customer maintain the business, not to face any interruption. So we have our technical engineer who can stand by and support our customer anytime that the customer faces an issue. Okay, so finally, why you should consider Softline as the partner? Because we are reliable. We have our expertise in IT markets like 25 years already, and also we have one point of contact to all the region that your company is presenting, and also we are having the qualification and expertise, and it is also Softline also recognized by our customer and vendors. Also, Softline is trusted by our market player and also our small and medium customer and government client, as well the academic solution. Okay, so that's it from my side getting to the Softline, who is Softline. So next, so I would like to introduce Miss 𝗕𝗂𝗖, who will come and share with us regarding to the Autodesk product feature and some kind of a technical Okay, so let's welcome to Ms. 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗕𝗀. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. 𝗘𝗵𝗂𝗁, I think that's how it's said. Okay, so if you don't mind, can I share my screen? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Before that, can I ask, you guys can just reply in the chat. I'm watching the chat. How many of you are actually currently on an AutoCAD user? You guys can just like type me in the chat group. Or even if you've heard of the product called Revit, have you all heard about it before? Okay, no worries. Let me just jump straight into it then. Thank you for your response. Because today I think what I want to do is introduce you guys to the AEC collection, specifically in how it's being used in building projects, because I believe most of you here are, to my understanding, all of you are some way, in one way or another, involved in building projects. So I'm gonna go straight into it. You should be able to see my screen at the moment. So let me just start by introducing myself. I'm 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗕𝗀𝗋. I'm actually the AEC technical specialist based here in Malaysia, in KL. And Softline has reached out to us if we can have anyone from Autodesk to introduce these products to you guys. So today I'm going to do two things. I'm going to introduce mainly the AEC collection, the few tools in there that I think is relevant to you guys, and also BIM 360, which is the cloud platform for your digital data management. So as a kickstart, let's just watch a video, which I just realized you need to give me a minute because I might not have shared my audio. PowerPoint. You guys hear anything?
I think we do not hear the voice. Yes.
You cannot hear it? Okay. Let me try to fix that real quick. Okay, it's not working right now. Okay, there you go. I think you should be able to hear it. So this kind of shows the process between conceptual design, where you start with this program called Formid. You can do iterations via what we call Dynamo. Bring it into Revit for further detailing. And actually look at how efficient your building is in terms of its energy consumption. So once your model is there, you're actually able to bring it into a VR environment. And this is where you're talking to other engineers and designers to make changes in their 3D models. Of course, you can run different structural analysis within the software that we have. And eventually bring your designs to fabrication. And this is how it's connected via BIM 360. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. So let's talk a little bit about industry pain points. One of the things that, at least over here and globally, that people experience in the industry is drawing discrepancies. How the drawings, your architectural drawings, your structural drawings, and your M&E drawings, they don't necessarily, they're not all in line. You have a lot of different discrepancies. So people might make changes in the architectural drawings, and then your engineers might forget to make the changes in their drawings. And when you go to site to build, what happens is you end up having a lot of rework and a lot of double handling because of all these mistakes that are happening. So we still struggle with design communication and design coordination. When it comes down to it, a lot of times you only find that there are problems in the design after you have constructed it, which is a little bit too late, which is why it is what we want to overcome when we look at the idea of adopting a 3D model-based process for this industry, this building industry. So the big question that I have for you guys today is your business ready for change? Because what it is when you move from a 2D to a 3D platform, to enable you to better manage your projects, there's going to be a lot of changes that has to happen. The way you approach your building, the way you understand your design, the way you manage your stakeholders, everything is going to change. So today I'm going to introduce you guys to what we call BIM, B-I-M, Building Information Modeling. I believe some of you here will have heard about it before, but just bear with me and I'll just talk through this introduction just a little bit, and we will jump straight into the software that we have within the AEC collection that supports the BIM process. So with Building Information Modeling, what we want to do is to more efficiently plan, design, and construct, as well as manage the buildings and infrastructure. What it actually is BIM is a more intelligent model-based process that helps you to actually execute your projects. From the design stage, you're no longer designing on a 2D platform. You actually design 3D intelligent buildings and models that have parameters to them. And with that, we will see how the information will be brought from design all the way to the operation of your building to enrich this whole process and make it more efficient. So over here, these are the few benefits that we actually have seen come out from a BIM implementation. You actually have 72% more cost predictability. So what this means is because of the way the model is built, and you will understand this as the presentation goes on, you are able to have insight into how much wastage you might potentially have, what is the constructability issues that you will have. Therefore, all this is going to lead to cost predictability. And 85% of it is improved scheduling, which means timing. Your projects are more likely to finish on time, if not ahead of time. And you have 85% fewer errors. You're talking about optimized design, because we're no longer trying to interpret 2D models. We are actually directly looking at the 3D model itself. That's going to be you're able to optimize the designs very quickly, depending on what you prefer, or what is best in terms of its what is best to suit what you actually need. And obviously better understanding, because you're immediately able to understand the design that is being given to you. So how does it benefit your business? With a BIM implementation, we see businesses being potentially able to win new work, because in It allows you to actually manage very complex projects because you actually have the tools to be able to do it and cascade the information across all your stakeholders. You're able to deliver higher quality designs. You're able to work more efficiently because you're not wasting time trying to just solve a problem that nobody can quite understand, but the communication is visual and quick. And obviously, you'll potentially look at expanding billable services to your clients. Now, the first software that we're going to look at is Autodesk Revit. Yes, is there a question? Okay, sorry. I thought someone had a question to ask. Now, for this Revit is actually the main 3D modeling tool that we're going to look at. So for this portion, I'm actually going to jump straight into a live demo to kind of show you how Revit looks like, what it can do for your business, because it is the core of any BIM implementation to actually have what we call a Revit model. So I'm going to just exit this real quick and open up my Revit. Now, this is how the Revit interface looks like. And if you go and have a look at the floor plan, I'll very quickly just draw a wall for you guys to see. So over here, even though this particular item it looks like it's a 2D drawing, it's actually not just a 2D drawing. It's actually a 3D model that is being built, but this is its 2D view. So if I come in here to the 3D view real quick, you will notice all these items are actually, it's just a translation of these 3D models on a 2D platform. So when you do something like this, and when you look at it, when I click on a wall, it is actually filled with information. It is not just a regular 2D line. It tells you where it is. It's on the first floor. It is currently at a base offset of 254. You are able to then go and look at the length of the wall, the area of the wall, as well as the volume of the whole wall. So all this information is included in there, and you can see that it is a brick 4 and CMU 8 with a cement finish potentially. So all this coding, it can be done according to what your company actually has or uses. So from here, you would very quickly and easily create sections. So what I'll show you very quickly is you don't have to redraw all your elevation and your sections. All you need to do is come in here, pull a section drawing, and you will be able to just go straight into the sections. What you will notice here is that I've already, prior to this, created all these elevation views to enable you to go in and see. So if I'm going to open this elevation right now, I'm going to just go to this view. Immediately, it creates the elevation view. I don't need to actually redraw the whole 2D drawing again. And if I wanted to, I could actually just change it and make it into a shaded or whatever kind of presentation that I need the 2D drawing to be in. And so if we go into this 3D model over here, as you are modeling, as you are drawing, this 3D model actually gets created. And you can very easily orient the building, the 3D view, to what you actually need. So if, let's say, you want to orient it to a particular floor plan of a particular level or what you already have, you can actually just come in here and go up to your 3rd level or your 4th level, and automatically the 3D model will orient itself over there. So in here, you can actually do all the 3 main discipline modeling. So you can go and do your architecture, your structure, you can do steel, you can do precast, and you can do M&E as well. So you will see over here, I already have everything modeled up. These are all the rooms that I have created, the bathrooms, and you come in here, you can see in detail that I have all these different items, mirrors and sinks. And the best part is when all these things are input into the model, you can very easily extract its quantity again. So over here, we also have what we call schedules, where you can do a takeoff. So you can take off the floors, you can take off the walls, you can take off the roof, foundation, or if you want to take off doors, it's also there. So let me just open this door schedule for you really quickly. So back in the day, what would happen is the conventional method is the door schedules have to be revised again. It has to be calculated manually, or at best, you probably have some sort of block within AutoCAD that you do a calculation of how many blocks there are. But with this, it's actually what happens here is every time an item gets deleted on the 3D model, the schedules actually change. So your numbers and the numbers that you are seeing constantly in your schedules are actually live. So when you make a change on your 2D, your elevations change, your 3D change, your numbers and your schedules will change as well. So over here, very quickly, you have a full view of what are the types of doors that you have in your model, especially when they're big and complicated models. You want to be able to have control of these things as well. So these numbers that you see, or this table, can easily be exported into an Excel sheet if you have to share it with other people. And from there on, you can actually also do different kinds of arrangement or layout that you need on this schedule. So I'll try to be I won't spend too much time right now, but what you will see now is for different floor plans or creating floor plans are actually really, really easy. And all these things that you see over here, these are tags. And what tags means is if the room information changes, the tag will also change as well with it. And over here as well, you will see these doors. They also have their own information in already. So, all right. Any questions on Revit so far, or anything that you want to see within Revit that you want me to show you? Go ahead, put it in a chat box, and if I have time, I will come back to this by the end of the presentation. All right.
Excuse me. So this project purpose for the construction, right? Not related to the project management, like the VR implement project for the IT. Not related, correct?
So in terms of project management, how will this be related? If your contractors or your designers, if you're a building owner especially, this is going to be very useful for you to actually request from your designers and your contractors, because this allows you to actually have better manage the project. In what sense is you actually have your quantities up a lot faster, you have all your floor plans, you have your 3D models, you actually you'll be able to manage the project better from this sense. But yes, in a way, the person who actually is supposed to create this is not the project manager. The people who are supposed to create this model will actually be the designers, the architect, the M&E engineer, the structural engineer, and sometimes even the contractor might come up with this. And for contractors, when you actually do a 3D model, what is very useful for you is to be able to use this and build your building one time on your in a virtual space before you build it physically and actually make a lot of errors there. Yeah.
Okay. So I think I may excuse myself because it might be not
yeah. No worries.
Yes, because this is not the current one I'm doing, so I excuse myself. Okay. Yeah. See you. Yeah.
So, okay, the next one we'll look at is Formid Pro. So what Formid Pro does is you're actually doing a concept massing and energy studies or design review, and then you can bring whatever that you have done directly into Revit. So I'm going to just play a video real quick for you guys to kind of have a better understanding of what it actually is. So over here, you can see that I'm actually bringing in a 2D drawing that I want to be able to create a 3D model out of. But this is very preliminary stage. So we're talking about shapes. We're talking about just having very basic forms of the building. I just want to do in the beginning about how my building will look like, how will it be oriented. So here you can see I can directly bring in map images as well. I can layer it at the bottom and actually see how my building is going to look like. And I can also reorient the building based on what I think would be best for the plot of land that I'm working on. So this is especially useful when you're just trying to come up with a big master plan, or you're just trying to show your clients how will their building actually have the form of their building will look like in the space that they are wanting to develop. And from there, you can actually bring the model that you have just finished building, you can bring it directly into Revit to start doing more detailing. So if let's say your customer's like, great, you know, this is how I want it to look like, this is the position that I want it to be in, you can bring it in directly and you can start creating the Revit model from there, where you start detailing, you put in the doors, you put in the glass, you put in the walls and floors and the types of walls as well. So this is where you will start doing all the work within Revit. But you start off in Formid because the changes can be done a lot faster. You can do a lot of iterations with it as well. All right. And I'm just going to go. So basically, you can sketch in Formid very quickly and easily and bring that information into Revit. Next, we're going to talk about recap. So for recap, this is what we are talking about, scanning existing buildings. So it is extremely useful if you are looking at building upgrades or you want to create a BIM model from an existing building. On a higher level of what people actually do is some people use recap to rebuild the model of the infrastructure around it so that they can know how better to build a building within it. So, but for today's case, we will only see how you will use recap to do a scan as well as create the model in Revit. So this is Recap Pro, whereby you actually go in and you put scanners around your building. So what you're seeing now, what you're seeing right now is actually a building that we have scanned, and these are point clouds. So you actually bring point clouds into Recap, and Recap will be able to reconstruct the point clouds, put them back together, and you can actually do whatever modification or editing that you need to the point clouds in Recap. And from there, you bring the model into Revit, and this is where you can rebuild the model again. And after rebuilding the Revit model, obviously you can bring it into BIM 360. This is the platform that you're looking at, but this is actually the model that we have just rebuilt from the Recap point clouds. So if let's say you have existing buildings that you want to upgrade, and you want to bring in and you want to make it a digital model, this will be the platform that you will be using. You actually use Recap and a scanner. So Recap works with scanners as well as photos, but when it comes to photos, you actually have to take quite a lot of it. So usually the scanners and point clouds will be the fastest way to create a Recap model to bring into your Revit. Now, when it comes to visualization, in the AEC collection, you also have 3ds Max. And this allows you to actually bring your model from Revit that you have completed. You have put in all your materials, you have decided how it's going to look like, the orientation, and now you want to be able to visualize and have a render for it. And this is where 3ds Max comes in to help you to create rich visualization as well as powerful rendering. And if need be, you can also create animation as well. So if you look at this picture right here, it was actually rendered in 3ds Max. And this one comes directly in your AEC Collection toolset if there is a need. The next one I want to talk to you about is Naviswork Manage, where it can help you improve your design coordination. So this one I would also like to skip into a live demo to kind of show you the functionality or how Revit looks like. And then I'll have a video to kind of show you a little bit more of the other functions that we might not have time to cover. So I'm going to just bring my Naviswork over. So this is Naviswork. Now, why do some people use Naviswork? Is if let's say when do you actually use Naviswork? When you are the project coordinator, whereby you have to check the designs. You're not the person who's creating the designs, but you have to check the designs. So a lot of times this is after everyone has completed their Revit models, or when you actually want to begin construction, the contractor has to run a clash analysis on the design. This is when Naviswork Manage comes in. So you will see how I've brought in all the models. So Naviswork models are generally easier to work with. What this means is they are actually a bit lighter. They are not as heavy on your machine compared to Revit models. So very quickly to kind of show you guys, I can do a clash detection. I'll just close my timeliner. I actually ran a clash earlier on, but I'm just going to add one test. Let's say this test, let's call it level 2. Archi and versus fire protection. So all I need to do is go into architectural, select my level 2, and then what do I have there? Sprinkler. Let's see how if there are any clashes between the sprinkler system and the architectural model. So I'm just going to run tests. So once it runs tests, it kind of shows you very quickly what are the clashes that there are, meaning the pipes that are going through walls whereby the walls do not have any openings provided for them. So very quickly, you're able to go in and start providing openings in these walls to make sure that when the contractor builds the wall, they leave an opening for the pipes to go through, and you are not having to start hacking the wall later when your sprinkler system comes in. And then over here, you can see how I'm doing an architectural clash with a structural clash, meaning I clash the architecture model and the structural model. And you can see how it shows me very quickly the different clashes that it is seeing over here, right? That you have your steel bar going through the floor, and if there is a need to address the issue, you can go ahead and address it immediately. And people are not guessing, they're not looking at 2D model, they're actually looking at how a 3D representation of the clash itself. Also within your Naviswork is where you are able to do different walkthroughs. So you can actually very easily go into your building and have a look at it. Let me just do this real quick. Viewpoint. I'm going to remove my collision. And you can see, you can actually view and do a walkthrough of your 3D model. And if there's any issues, as you see here, you're like, oh, why are there columns jutting out, or why is the ceiling looking lower than the windows? So over here, you can then go in and do your review process, where you can easily include a text in here, whereby why is the ceiling lower than the windows? And you can put it here right now. Or you can just draw a cloud on it as well. Yeah, so you can actually do things like that. So just now the particular text I put in actually disappears when you start walking away, but the views are actually saved for you to go back and at any point in time review this. You can also include it in a comment and actually assign to people who you want to handle this issue. Okay, so this is what Naviswork is, where you bring in the models that you've already created to actually do a quick clash analysis. Now, also what you can do within your Naviswork is what we call timeliner. So if you actually have a project, what we call a work program in your project, you can put the work program directly into your Naviswork, and then from there you can link the different elements of the model into the work project. Because let's say the work project says on February 3rd, you're supposed to have the structural slab on level 5 created. So you can link that particular level 5 slab with the work program that actually says that this is the work that's to be done for February 3rd. So from then you can go ahead and edit the simulation settings, and from there you just hit play, and what you will see here is the simulation of the building that you have planned. What is it going to look like, you know, on certain dates, what is supposed to be in progress, and by certain dates what's supposed to be completed. So all these things, it helps you visualize the work program a lot easier than just having a Gantt chart that not everyone might understand outside of project planners and project managers. So you want to be able to tell your staff that, hey, by this date I need this level done, and they will be able to visually see it and understand as well. So this is what you will be able to do with Naviswork, and that is also within the AEC Collection toolset. Obviously, you'll bring your models from Revit into Naviswork Manage to do your clash detection and your interference checking. Now, I don't know if you remember this diagram from the beginning. In the beginning, we actually didn't have this one in the middle called Connected BIM. We only had design, build, and operate. So with the AEC collection, you can do quite a lot. You can create your 3D models. You can actually do a lot of iterations with it. You can do your clash detection. You can actually do your renderings, your visualization. It's a very powerful collection of tools for you to actually produce a lot. Now, the only big question mark here is what happens to all this information that you produce? So you actually need a platform that you can best communicate all these items with. But obviously, of course, if let's say your company might not be ready for a digital platform just yet, all the processes that I have explained to you before this can actually be done manually as well. Whereby when I mean manually, I don't mean too manual. It can actually be done via your emails, or it can be exported to PDFs or Excel or whatever format that you guys are familiar with. But the true value of BIM comes when it's connected. And this is where we want to talk about the BIM 360 platforms. Because if we look at it, what's happening right now is when you go to site or in a project, there are a few people who have all the information, right? And the problem with this is the informations are all sitting in silos. What it means is they're sitting in their own bubbles and they're not being shared. And when people leave the project or when someone accidentally deletes something, your data is actually lost. So what happens here is we actually want to see a solution to solve this problem. So back in the day, what we kind of understand is you have a computer and then you have a software and you install the software into your computer. You create the files that you need and then you send it out via emails. And every time there is a change, you just keep sending out these changes out via email. And the problem is sometimes people can say, I didn't receive the email, or files might be too big to be shared, and you'll have troubles and you start putting them in different places in the cloud to kind of share the file, or you're putting it in thumb drives. Your information is kind of scattered everywhere. So this is where we come in, talk about the new way of approaching data and information. This is especially crucial in a BIM implementation just because of the amount of information that you will produce. Because when it comes to coordination, models, buildings are complex. They are not just, they have different disciplines that go in. You have a lot of different people who need to talk to each other. So the new way of thinking is we talk about a project-centric approach. What this means is there's a single sort of source of truth where everyone looks into the information, and whenever I see this file, everyone is looking at the same file. I'm not worried about, am I having the latest currently in my email inbox? I am sure that this is a single source of truth that I will have. You can also have version control within this platform, and obviously supply chain visibility, meaning if I have shared the drawing with you, I should be able to see clearly, not besides you and me, someone else must be able to see that, okay, the information was shared and there is a clear visibility to the whole supply chain. It should be configurable, meaning it should allow you to, it should be flexible at every stage of the project. So whether you're in your design stage, you're in your construction stage, or you're in your operation stage, this particular platform should be able to flex throughout. And lastly, it should be able to be integrated into the construction platforms. And this is where we talk about BIM 360, where we want to streamline the project delivery. What this helps you to do is, after all the information that you've created using the AEC collection, you want to be able to best communicate this information out to the people who need it. So this is where you can use your Revit, where you've already done all your modeling. You can use your Naviswork or even AutoCAD for that matter, and you can connect them into BIM 360 for people to review, to mark up, to actually better understand the design that you have and they need to construct. And BIM 360, I will have to mention this up front, it is a cloud-based platform whereby you go and you manage your documents on the cloud. And this is what it is. You can see how you can use Revit, you can use your Civil 3D, AutoCAD, InfraWorks, Naviswork, 3ds Max. These are things that are within your AEC collection already. I might not have mentioned all 26 of them because I've only picked the most relevant to you guys. And all this can be connected into BIM 360. And this is where you will be able to manage a project from design all the way to handover and operations. So I'm just going to jump straight into a quick demo for you guys on how the BIM 360 platform looks like. Although I have more slides, but I am running out of time. So let me bring this over to you guys. So in BIM 360, what you will see here is you can actually upload your models directly onto this platform. The breakdown of this file folder is completely customizable to what you need. You can configure it to what you actually need the file folder structure breakdown to be, and it's really, really easy and quick to create. So from here, you're going to create the different folders that you have. So in this case, I've actually broken it down a little bit easier for me to actually run a demo for you guys to see. So within the BIM 360 platform, you actually can view PDF files, Revit files, AutoCAD. You don't need to have the software installed in your device. You can actually directly open all these files from BIM 360. So just an example, I'll just show you how you can actually open a Revit model directly in BIM 360 as well. So these are 3D models that you've created. So if you ask me, oh, will my other people need to have Revit to be able to see this? Well, the answer is you actually don't if you have a BIM 360 to allow them to come in and review and view the models. So everything that you've created in Revit, you can see over here, I have the properties that are kept. I can scroll down and you will notice that I will have all these analytical properties. The material, the finishes are still here. You can see the length, the dimension, the volume. It's all going to be kept in when you bring it to BIM 360. Also, your 2D drawings are also kept in here as well. So if, let's say, you have created different plan drawings and you want to issue it out, this is where the drawings can come into. So you can go ahead and view this. And if you wanted to, you can actually view them on a split screen. And then this way, you can actually have a good idea of what you're seeing in 3D and 2D as well. Now, so if let's say you are using this platform to communicate, so this is where workflows come in. Let me go into a PDF file. Let's say I'm reviewing a PDF drawing and I realize, oh, I think there are some issues that I would like to be addressed here, or there's a certain problem. Instead of taking a picture and sending an email, what I can do directly within here is create an issue. So, you will notice that I have done a lot of markup, but I can actually just create an issue right here. And you can select what type of issue it is. And so in this case, I'm saying it's a design issue, title, ducting is overlapping, and I can assign it to the person who is in charge of fixing this problem. And obviously I have to choose a date that it's going to be completed. I can select the location. I can put more details if I need to, and the root cause of it. So I'm going to tell this person named Jonah, please make sure that the ducts are redesigned. I'll create this issue, and immediately this person named Jonah, he's going to receive an email that I have already asked him to come in here to have a look at this ducting. So this is how you can communicate via this platform. Now, after you've done all these issues and you've issued all these things, you want to be able to see how many issues are still open, or if this person have already replied you. So you can come in here very quickly and filter through all the issues that you have in your project. So for this project managers, you can be the one who's managing this portion of it as well. So very easily, you can do that within the BIM 360 platform. So instead of, besides just viewing, you can also do different workflows. So if let's say I need a drawing to be approved, so I come in here, assuming this Revit model is completed, and I want my architect to kind of look through it again to make sure. So I can submit it for review. I can do an approval workflow, architectural drawings approval, and then I have the document and I can put a note in, kindly review this new Revit model and I can submit it. So when you do this, instead of actually, I'm going to notify this person, and I can select other project members that I want to be receiving this as well, and I can type a message in and I can just send it. So when the review is open, from one stage to the next, you're able to track whether or not the person has already opened the file, has viewed the file, has done what they had to do to approve it. So when the drawing is approved, you'll actually see over here there is going to be an approved, or if it's rejected, you can also see over here as well. So this is where you will have your overall drawing statuses. And of course, there are transmittals where if you're saying you send the drawing out to show that you have transmitted the drawings to a particular party, you have transmittals here as well. And so within this, we also have design collaboration, whereby you'll come in and you'll be able to manage your 3D models, view them, and if there are any problems with it, you should be able to come in and actually change it. I just got logged out. Apologies for that. While I'm sending in any question on the BIM 360 platform, I believe just now someone actually asked me since it's cloud-based, what is the base requirement for it? It's actually 5 Mbps minimum to allow you to connect into your BIM 360 platform to upload and download the files. If you don't mind me asking, what is the internet speeds in Cambodia like? Are we looking at a lower bandwidth than that, or it would be something that is manageable for you guys? Either way, what happens is the 5 Mbps would actually allow you to very quickly navigate through the models and have a look at it as well. So this is where you can easily toggle on and off what you want to see and what you don't want to see, and manage your models from here and create reviews as well. So I believe I am running out of time, so I will end my demo here. Do I have any questions from the floor? I know it was a bit rushed. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out to Softline, and they will, if they can't help you, they will definitely revert the questions to me as well. So should I pass the time back? So I'll end my presentation here, just because I want to respect all our timing that we have had. And yes, I believe the representative from Softline will actually explain more to you on the commercial side of how the AEC Collection and BIM 360 is actually, how it is, right?
Yeah, thank you, Ami.
I will also share the slides with you guys after this.
Okay, thank you, Ami. So អ្នកនរគ្នានៅក្នុង webinar តើគាត់មានសំណួរអ្វីចង់សួរទៅកាន់ Ami គាត់អាចសួរនៅក្នុង chat បានគាត់អាចទៅ question chat បានឬក៏បន្ទាប់ពីហ្នឹងក៏គាត់អាចតាក់ទងមកខាង Softline ផ្ទាល់ដើម្បីធ្វើការសាកសួរឬក៏យើង schedule meeting ពេលក្រោយទៀតក៏បានបាទអញ្ចឹងបន្តមកទៀតនេះខ្ញុំសូមអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យលោក 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗏 ធ្វើការបង្ហាញពី licensing ហើយនិង commercial pricing តាក់ទងជាមួយនឹង product Autodesk បាទអញ្ជើញបាទ
Okay, thank you, Saras. And I think we have spent more than 1 hour already that you guys listen to Ami to talk about AEC Collection and BIM 360. So for my part, I just spent only 5 minutes to talk about Autodesk licensing. Okay. Autodesk licensing, we have only a subscription license, and there is no more perpetual license. And you can subscribe 1 year and 3 years. And for the license, it's based on the user. For example, if you need 10 license, if you need the license for 10 users, you need to purchase 10 license. So 1 license is per user. And the software license also divided by 2 kinds. The first kind is individual license, individual softwares, and another kind is collection software that include many software inside here. Okay, let me jump in AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT. And most of the customer, they confused about what is different between AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT. So today you just note that for the user, they use only 2D design, so they just need to purchase AutoCAD LT. But for the user that they need for both 2D and 3D design drawing, then they need to purchase AutoCAD. Okay. So right now, AutoCAD include many specialized toolsets in AutoCAD. Like when you purchase AutoCAD, you also can get architecture toolset. You also can get electrical toolset, mechanical, MEP, raster design, and so on. So it is very cost saving and very effective tool that you can get many specialized toolset in one single product with that AutoCAD license. Okay, let me go to AEC Collections. AEC Collection is stand for Architecture, Engineering, Construction Collection. Okay, so AEC Collection here it include with Autodesk Revit, 3ds Max, AutoCAD, Naviswork, Civil 3D, and so on. So if the user use more than 2 software or 2 applications, like for example, if the user use Revit and AutoCAD, so better to choose or to purchase AEC Collection instead, because the cost is very saving. Like AutoCAD cost only is around 2K plus already, and Revit also 2K plus already. So in total, if you choose 2 applications for 1 user, it means that 4,000 plus already. But AEC Collection is only nearly 3K only. So you better choose AEC Collection. Okay, let me go to BIM 360 platform and licensing and edition. Okay, for BIM 360, we have 4 editions. It's BIM 360 Doc, BIM 360 Design, BIM Coordination, and BIM Build. And the license also based on the user as well. So here is a feature comparison between BIM 360 Doc, Design, and Coordinate, and Build. So BIM 360 Doc is a cloud storage platform to manage your file drawing, and you can store your file drawing, your document on the cloud storage, and you can create a folder structures and store your data with the permission control. By doing so, you can view, review, mark up, and share to other people for both internal and external users. And BIM 360 Design is more focused on Revit file drawing and share, and Civil 3D and AutoCAD Plan 3D file, and design collaboration on single cloud-based platform. And BIM Coordination is focused on class detection and model coordinations. And BIM, the last one is BIM 360 Build, is focused on project management, cost management, report and dashboard, and project integration as well. So is there any question for licensing? For me, it's done already. Hello. So if you have any question or any concern about licensing or any solutions, please contact Softline. Please contact us. We will arrange a meeting with you one-on-one and to meet you at the office as well.
Thank you, Mr. 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗏. Okay, so I think pretty much is, and we are quite good with the timing. So sorry a bit delaying at the beginning of the start of the webinar, and so giving a little bit more time, like we will spend like 5 more minutes to receive the question from the audience. So in case you have any question, you can please unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can drop the question in the chat. Then our team will provide you back the answer. Yes. So please, do you have any question? All right. So, okay. We have a question.
Location office.
Okay. Bon សុផល office របស់យើងគឺយើងនៅអគារភ្នំពេញ Tower នៅផ្លូវមនីវងហ៎បងអគារ Eclipse នៅជាន់ទី16បងបាទអរគុណបងអរគុណសម្រាប់សំណួរដូចគ្នាបង
ចឹងប្រហែលជាអត់មានអ្នកសួរទៀតទេអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាបងប្អូនមានចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍តាក់ទងរឿងពី construction and document management នៅលើចង់ improve company របស់បងអញ្ចឹងបងអាចតាក់ទងមកខាង Softline យើងបានហើយរៀងរាល់ solution ផ្សេងៗតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹង IT solution ក៏យើងអាច consult ជូនបងបានផ្ដល់ជូនបងបានដែរអូខេអញ្ចឹងយើងទាំងអស់គ្នាសូមអរគុណដល់បងទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលបានចូលរួម webinar ថ្ងៃនេះអញ្ចឹងបងជួយធ្វើ questionnaire នេះផងមុននឹងបញ្ចប់
survey
អញ្ចឹងយើងទាំងអស់គ្នាសូមអរគុណទាំងអស់គ្នា
we have a question AutoCAD and BIM 360 is it different license from Mr. Horn? Yep.
Yes, AutoCAD is a single product and BIM 360 is the kind of solution cloud platforms. Alo បង អូខេអរគុណច្រើនហ្នឹងហើយបងចង់បញ្យល់ជាខ្មែរដែរ AutoCAD គឺជា single product ដែលយើង draw ជាមួយនឹង architecture 2D និង 3D ហើយ BIM 360 វាជា solution system automatic មួយដែល whole picture of construction តែម្ដងហើយវាជា solution មួយដែលយើងប្រើជាមួយនឹង AutoCAD Revit Naviswork 3D Max នៅក្នុងហ្នឹងគឺជា whole process តែម្ដងហើយមានទាំង document management អីនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងដែរបង project management អីក៏យើងអាចនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងដែរ process workflow អីនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងដែរអញ្ចឹង BIM 360 គឺជា whole solution នៅក្នុង construction តែម្ដង
អូខេបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងនៅសល់ប្រហែលជា2នាទីទៀតប្រសិនបើបងប្អូនមានសំណួរបងអាចត្រឡប់នៅក្នុង chat បានបាទ អូខេអញ្ចឹងប្រហែលជាអត់មានសំណួរបន្តទៀតទេអញ្ចឹងសូមអរគុណដល់បងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នា So I think we don't have any further question from our audience. So I would like to thank you very much to all the participants who spend your time participating in our webinar today. So I hope this information is quite deliverable and is useful for your organization. And please feel free to contact our Softline team for any inquiry, clarification, or you would like to get any consultation in terms of the Autodesk Revit, AEC Collection, or BIM 360 Doc, or as well as the other solution. So feel free to contact us. We will have our team to connect with you, whether virtually or physically. We will be able to come to your office and have a discussion. And thank you to the team as well. Thank you for to Ami to help us participate and deliver the presentation. It's very useful for us. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. Hope that we can get your participation for our next webinar. We will try to run as much as more webinar as we could. Okay, so thank you for today, and I wish you all the good luck and wish you all the great success in this FY21, because the last year is a bit difficult for everyone because of the COVID. So hope this year will be much better for all of us. Okay, so thank you everyone. So don't forget to help us fill the feedback form. So this is very important for us. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Thank you.